have this live named properly. And when people come in, I want them to know why they're here, and not just, I want to be able to attract the right audience. And again, people know what I'm talking about and why they're here. So I started over, renamed it. Let's go back. And I'm letting people get here and gather and come in. I'm not going to be here all night. I'm going to keep it pretty simple because the season is pretty simple season. If you are aware of occultism and industry stuff, it kind of just confirms what's been going on in the industry. Now, again, American Horror Story Delicate is the latest season that they released like a few months ago, almost I think a year ago. It stars Kim Kardashian and Emma Roberts. And what is really interesting about the season is the two main characters are pretty much just playing themselves. Kim Kardashian is not a publicist in real life, but she is very, she works very closely with publicists. And her mom is kind of like a manager, agent, publicist to an extent. And they know how to, again, get publicity. They know how to get people talking about them. They know how to become famous. They know how to work the media. And so Kim Kardashian in the show is playing a publicist named Siobhan, and Emma Roberts, who's actually an actress, is playing an actress named Anna. So that's what makes this show really interesting, is the casting. And again, I've continued to say that Hollywood strategically cast people to play certain roles because, again, nobody plays themselves better than themselves, and the best acting is not acting. They say like life imitates art, imitates life. So the casting was very spot on for Kim Kardashian and Emma Roberts. So what this season talks about that a lot of people are not picking up on is MK Ultra. I think that was really what was happening to Anna throughout the season, but I'm gonna break that down. So let me start off with the premise of the show. Kim Kardashian, publicist. Anna, actress, successful actress, but Anna is struggling with fertility. She wants to have a baby, but she also wants to win an Oscar. So she's got like this push and pull between her career and her like personal life. Anna is married to like some evil, might be undercover gay, even though they didn't have him as undercover gay. He kind of gave that energy. American Horror Story typically will do that when they have a season. They always have like the woman, like the wife is like, just she always has to get the short end of the stick, and she's usually with like some evil like undercover gay man, or like some evil metrosexual man who's, his evil is not always outward. His evil is usually, he's so passive, and he's not aware. Like, he's not alert. He's not aware to what's going on and like the evils around. Or he may be aware, but he's like complicit in the bullshit. That he may be outwardly evil in that his silence is agreement, or he may be willfully blind to his wife being under, some kind of spiritual attack. So we see that with this season as well. With, I think her name was Derek. I think that was his name. But so Anna's married to Derek, and they're trying to have a kid, but like all this weird shit keeps happening. Like, she's got like a stalker, and she's like constantly worried about that. And again, she's just did this movie, and she's like campaigning for an Oscar, and like that's taking a lot out of her. And she's going to a fertility clinic and trying to get everything worked out with this baby stuff. And it's a lot on Anna. It's a lot of pressure and stress on her at once. June, I'm okay. I'm not blind. I'm just protecting my identity. I'm good. I'm talking about American Horror Story Delicate. If you want to join, just continue to listen. So we have like a lot of stress on this character. Again, her marriage isn't really in the best place neither, because she has like genuine concerns, and her husband just, again, aloof and ignores her and gaslights her, and he's like not really like in the marriage with her. And she kind of feels like her only friend is her publicist, Chauvin. And Chauvin does a good job of like, cozying up to Anna, validating her feelings, and making Anna feel understood and seen. And that's, again, Chauvin's strength. She's pretty manipulative. Hi from Germany, Guten Tag. I get Germans like every day, or every time I go live, and it's cool. I love my German people. So hello. So that's what we see. Chauvin, or Kim Kardashian's character, does a really good job of like making Anna feel seen and noticed and heard and understood, and that's how she appeals to Anna. That's how she manipulates Anna. Is her ability to relate to her and like validate her feelings when Anna feels like she doesn't have anyone else. And we kind of see their relationship grow and morph throughout the show. But I just noticed in the show, Anna is always losing track of like time and her memory. Some of it later is revealed that the stalker who her yes, I do know some Guten Tag. Like I know like Danke, Guten Tag. Like I know a couple words here and there because I took German in 7th grade. So I know like just a couple words, not many. I know a little bit more French than German. But again, like we see their relationship change. So the stalker, who come to find out Derek is cheating with, that's why that woman is even stalking Anna. The stalker isn't a part of, I don't think she's a part of the brood of witches. She's just like some, I would have to go back and see, but I don't believe she was. But she was just cheating. She was sleeping with Anna's husband. And that's what was fueling her obsession with Anna. She just wanted to be Anna. And there's a moment when them two meet, and all this information is found out, and she's like, I wanted your life. You seem like you had the perfect life. And that's why Anna was going crazy, and like the stalker was like moving. Thank you, June. The stalker was moving Anna's fertility treatments, and yes, just go ahead and ask Rob. That's why she was moving the fertility treatments. She was the one writing on the mirror. Like she was the one like hacking into Anna's iCloud and moving dates around and like stuff like that, because she was jealous of Anna, wanted Anna's man, wanted Anna's life. Let me see what I'm gonna do. You can go. Yeah, he's gone because he's playing too much. So she wants Anna's life. She wants, again, to be her. She wants her man, her life, her everything. She's just, again, like a typical stalker, crazy. And so that's revealed. But all the other shit that was going on with like this lady named Miss Preacher, who tries to come and warn Anna throughout the show. And at first she comes off a little bit strange, a little bit crazy, but it's set up to this. Yes, I did it, June, because they play too much. I always have trolls every live, but it's set up for the viewer to kind of know that Miss Preacher is trying to warn Anna, and that she's valid in her concern. She's valid in her worry for Anna. Like she's an older woman. Yes, go ahead, June. She's an older woman. What's up, Mike? Hey, I feel like you've been in here before. What's up, Mike? And so we kind of, as the audience, we know that Miss Preacher has some wisdom, and they set it up in a way to where we want to know like what it is she's trying to tell Anna, because clearly she's trying to warn her, because Anna is being followed by a stalker, but Anna is also being stalked by Cara Delevingne, the good girl who was like the model. I can't say for sure what they do inside the Met Gala, but a lot of people think it's like all kinds of like weird ass occult rituals. And there's a reason why they don't show us too much. You know? Probably a Diddy party. But Cara Delevingne is like also stalking Anna. And we know that there's something sinister around her. You know, something's weird. So there's a lot of weird ass people around Anna. Somebody else who's weird too is this Talia, the woman who's good friends with Anna's husband. His name is Dexter. Sorry, that name is Derek. His name is Dexter. She's what's her name? Talia is good friends with Dexter. Now, what makes for like a really weird dynamic is Talia knew Dexter's first wife, Adeline, and Adeline was also a blonde who passed in like a fire. That's their story. She passed in a fire. And so again, Dexter's already been married, and now he's married to some movie star. Come to find out, Adeline was a chef, and now he's married to a movie star. So kind of a big difference there. And he didn't end up having any kids with Adeline because come to find out, Adeline didn't want any kids, but Dexter was pressuring her for kids. And you know, part of him getting with part of him getting with Anna is because she, you know, she wants children. So you can see how he kind of like scouted Anna out as well. But Talia is not really friendly towards Anna. You kind of tell that she like tolerates Anna. She doesn't really like Anna. And that, again, the writers do a good job of making us feel like the emotions of the characters. Like we can kind of feel that Anna is uncomfortable around Talia. We can feel that Preach is trying to tell Anna something, and we like Shoban, but we know something ain't all the way right about Shoban. Now, something that people was mentioning was this show has a lot in common with Rosemary's Baby. There's a lot of like intertextuality between well, I've done a couple videos about it. I like it because it exposes the truth. Like if you like, people are gonna write American Horror Story off like it's just bullshit, but it exposes so much. Like I'm gonna talk about Red Tide maybe tomorrow or later on this week, but I do have videos about Red Tide on my channel. I did a bunch of videos about Red Tide, and I did do some videos about Delicate too. And when I talk about Delicate, they keep taking this shit down because, again, it's real. But yeah, great show. They reveal a lot. Oh, gosh. Let me just focus because I got trolls up in here. So when it comes to, I don't know where Truth Hurts is. Like, I was looking for her. I told her I was about to go live talking about this. So there you go. I was like, I don't know if you've been here, but I was like, where the fuck are you? Like, not in like a shady way, but I was like, damn, like I told her I was just about to go live talking about this. Okay, thanks. No, you're good. But I'm glad you're here because I'm like getting into it. So they do a good job of like making us feel like, hey, these are some like strange people. Now, again, Anna she keeps encountering like strange people. Her doctor is a little bit weird too. Like when she goes to her doctor, we can tell that is something like not right. Again, he comes, I believe, as a referral from Shoban. And again, that's what Rosemary's Baby was talking about. That's what I was trying to get at. There's a lot of intertextuality with American Horror Story Delicate and Rosemary's Baby by design, because we end up getting into that later on actually in the season where they show that Shoban was on the set of I majored in like business, but they show Shoban on the set of Rosemary's Baby. So Come on. Now, like I've been talking about, Rosemary's Baby, Hollywood, DNA, all connected, because that's what Rosemary's Baby was talking about. The industry needed Rosemary to have a kid to birth the Antichrist. And remember, it couldn't just be her husband to give her the kid. They had to like do a seance and summon Satan to impregnate Rosemary, so that way that child was again of a fallen angel DNA, you know, and thus could like carry out like Satan's agenda for the world. So that's what all of that is like really about. I keep telling y'all, shit is about DNA at the end of the day. So a lot of intertextuality with Rosemary's Baby. The same thing on Rosemary Baby. Rosemary was referred to a new doctor. Oh, no, your doctor ain't shit. Let me get you a new doctor. Because these be industry doctors. It was revealed. That's why I told to tell y'all about Krishan. Side note. I told y'all with Krishan. Krishan Baby having a hernia and her being able to walk into the hospital and them not call CPS on her and they let her leave without doing any emergency surgery on that baby to remove that hernia, that was an industry doctor. Just like they say with Mount Sinai, like that's an industry hospital. You know what I mean? Like just like everything going on with Young Thug, it's an industry judge, industry court. Like no, Beyonce's name was given to her from a family name that used to be Beyonce, but then they made it Beyonce. It's a surname. And her mother, in my opinion, is involved in the occult, and the name is a beautiful name, and it sounds like somebody on the other side gave her the idea. Because again, Beyonce was planned and manifested. But it's not Seance, babe. But industry doctors who, you know, they're going to give you their own concoctions and their own medication and all of that. So Anna goes to like this, you know, supposedly one of the best fertility specialists in New York. Come to find out, he works for Shoban. So everybody around Anna is involved in witchcraft and the occult, but she doesn't know it. And so we kind of get to see how, same thing with Rosemary's Baby. Everybody around Rosemary is like involved in the occult, but she doesn't realize it because they have them so like naive, so snowed, so drugged, under spells that they can't see what's really going on. They don't have any spiritual discernment. Like they feel like something's weird, but they can't really see what the weird thing is. They can't really put their finger on it. They can't really pinpoint it. We also see something with throughout the season of like dolls. Like these dolls keep following Anna. And that's symbolic of like voodoo dolls. And also like doll programming. Because one thing I've noticed in female rap is they use a lot of dolls. Like, you know, Lil' Kim, Nicki Minaj, this doll theme. And then we see it with like the names of female rappers. Dream Doll, Asian Doll, Cash Doll. Dolls are occult. They are a factor in occult programming and occult work. We see it with movies like Annabelle, that new movie that just came out, Megan, the Chucky doll. Like, stay woke. Dolls are a form of like a sigil, where sometimes when you do like certain occult practice, which is why they have voodoo dolls, because an embodiment of what you're trying to achieve or what you're trying to manifest is thought to help you achieve that faster. Yes, vessels, absolutely. Like I like sometimes in candle magic, you'll see people use like a candle in the shape of what they're trying to manifest. Like I've seen like money dollar sign candles or like stack of money candles. Sometimes in like love spells, you see like them using like out forms of like, you know what I'm saying, like forms of like molds or like candle molds of like two people, because I've even seen like penis candles, like all type of shit, because they're trying to like coochie candles. I've seen it all because they're trying to you know, the physical representation of what they're trying to get, they believe brings and manifests it faster into the material realm. So yes, and dolls can be vessels. So we see these dolls that should have been discontinued keep popping up around Anna, and like every time Shoban come around, we talk about American Horror Story, the season Delicate. Every time Shoban come around, like here come these damn dolls, and Shoban keep trying to tell her. Shoban again gaslights her the whole season. Shoban gaslights Anna, and her husband gaslights her, and plays in her face and plays on her intelligence, plays on her intuition, and they be like, oh yeah, like it ain't what it is, oh it's just this, or oh it's just that, what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Anna knows something ain't right. So Shoban, when the first doll comes around, Shoban is like, oh yeah, like probably just from like an obsessed fan. So get the fuck out of here faster then. Goodbye. So, because I got a bunch of people who really watching me. Shout out to everybody who watching this live, me talking about American Horror Story, who really wants me to break this down. So Shoban is like, oh yeah, like it's probably just like some crazy fan or whatever. When we like this is at the top of the season, so we like, yeah, we gonna see about that. But again, Anna goes to the beach, dolls. You know what I'm saying? She go, just anywhere. She see a goddamn doll. And it's like, where the fuck are these dolls coming from? Like, these dolls keep following her. And again, they usually come around after Shoban come around. So, you're right. I'm kicking bitches out like Pam because I'm here to work. But, so that gives us an inkling that Shoban doing something to Anna. Now, a point in the season where people might have like overlooked that I want to tie in with Red Tide, American Horror Story double feature, but the first half of that season is called Red Tide. So Anna is like, I think tired or whatever, and she's at Shoban's office. And Shoban, let's talk about it too. Shoban got two publicists who work for her, both named Ashley. And she's like, oh yeah, the Ashleys. And they move real funky. Mind you, they all dressed in black. Like they all have like this witchy vibe. And we looking like them bitches ain't right. They remind me also of the publicist from American Horror Story Red Tide, because this goes to show you that, again, the stylist, the publicist, the agents, the managers, they all be in on the occult shit. Like, it's a system of people, like what they call handlers. It's a system of people who work around these celebrities and these talents to rope them into the occult. It's not just one person. It's not just the executives. It's not just, you know what I'm saying, like the people at the top. It's really, again, the people who work closest to them, the hairstylist, the makeup artist. It's those people who are the ones to, like, again, constantly surround them and rope them in. It's those people who are like, oh yeah, let me refer you to this person. And that's why it's so important for them. Absolutely. Come on, June. Like, okay, June. The people like the Kardashians, people like Beyonce, I was saying people like Diddy, a lot of these people have been into it their entire lives because they were born into it. They come from a long lineage. I keep trying to tell y'all, this shit is bloodline. This shit is DNA. Like the Kardashians and a lot of people like them, they've been involved with this stuff because they come from generations and generations of witches, allegedly. They come from generations of witchcraft. They come from generations of occult practice. Like, this shit is deep in their bloodline. You can trace the Kardashian bloodline back to, like Armenia and like, Eastern Europe, and like, I'm telling y'all, you gotta really look into them. They've been involved in this shit for decades. Same thing with Beyonce's mother. Like, at least on her mother's side, that shit has been going on for generations. Again, these people are born into the system. Some of these people do not have a choice to be famous. They don't have a choice because they were promised over before they were born. That's what Paranormal Activity was talking about. In the movie Paranormal Activity, they were really after that son. Remember? Like, they kept going after, Yes. Come on, truth hurts. This is why some people get famous and some people don't. Because people be doing deals and be like, okay, I'm gonna let you have my firstborn. I'm gonna let you have, my daughter. You can have my son. Their parents promise them over for fame and for, like, most of the time for fortune. And then, so when they had a kid, the devil come and be like, okay, that's my kid. You know what I'm saying? You said you was gonna give me this and I'm gonna give you that. It's a deal. And that's what we're gonna talk about with this show, because again, Anna really wanted an Oscar. She played in a movie. I want to tie that into how Shoban, Kim Kardashian's character, wrote the film The Auteur, which was the film that, again, the fictional film that Anna played in. And I think the auteur is like French for like the artist or something. So it's about like, I think like a creative person. Like, I gotta double check that, but it means something. And so they wanted to, they strategically casted Anna in that film to make that come to life, because the film, I think the film was about like either the auteur means actor or artist, but it's somebody who creates. And again, pregnancy, giving birth, motherhood is a form of creation. And they casted, see, let's talk about how they have like an actor, an actress playing an actress playing an actress. Like, Anna's character plays the role of the auteur as like an actress, like I think, who like goes through something like tragic. It's like some kind of like horror film, or you know what I'm saying, like some kind of like suspense film that she plays in. Meanwhile, American Horror Story is like a suspense show. So just really, really interesting how, again, life imitates art, imitates life. Yes, June, everybody who's famous, babe. Aaliyah looked so innocent too. Aaliyah was in bed with Diddy and his mama. Like, and that's the thing. Y'all be having such a hard time processing this shit. Oh, she looks so innocent. It be the most evil bitches. You think Tyler got that paid for Grammy just because? Come on now. Like, June, go back and look at my channel. If you're new here, you gotta go watch some of my old videos, babe, because I'll be waking people up. But Shoban, Kim Kardashian's character, wrote that film. But Anna doesn't know that. Anna doesn't know that Shoban wrote that movie. But it's revealed later on in the show that Shoban wrote it, and again, strategically casted Anna to be in that film because, Shoban had an agenda the whole time. So let's talk about, again, the system of witches. I'm kind of jumping all around. There's a system of witches that work around Anna. Her husband is in on it. It's like, you just put it in the search engine. Type in Tyla into my search engine when you go to my page. I have one called Tyla is gonna need more hits to replace Rihanna, something like that, But you can either stick. I'm gonna have this live on replay, or you can stick around for this live, or you can go watch the video after, whatever you want to do. But it's up there. Just put it in my search engine on my channel. So yes, what's her name? Anna's husband is in on it too. And again, we could tell Anna's husband is in on it because he acts so damn weird. And he stayed gaslighting her. And he's rude, he's an asshole. Like, I would have been left his ass. We could tell he's cheating because he's so disinterested in her. So, Derek is your typical freaking peenhead. Like, he's a complete asshole. So we know something about him funny too, but Dexter, I think I keep calling nigga Derek. His name is Dexter. Dexter Fugazi too. I read while I'm going, but he's Fugazi too. And something about him ain't right, but it's like, again, he strategically came into Anna's life because these brutal witches that are surrounding her in Hollywood want something from her, and they want a baby. Thank you, June. They want a child from her. And that's why I keep trying to tell you, again, Hollywood, that's why I have that picture of like the beast, like putting his hands out, people giving him the baby, because that's talked about in the Bible. The Bible talks about the Phoenicians and the Canaanites sacrificing their children to Moloch or Baal, because all that is a satanic entity that wants your kid in exchange for giving you something. So they want a baby out of Anna. Yes, Moloch is the entity sometimes is called Moloch, sometimes called Baal, like Baal. So she surrounded her husband, her publicist, her doctor, everybody around her is working against her. She don't really have no allies. Only allies she have is Preach. And those same people are constantly trying to keep Preach away from Anna, because they know they know Preach is gonna wake her up to the bullshit, and then come to find out that a lot of them know Preach because these are witches who've been around for years. These witches don't die. That's what American Horror Story Apocalypse told us, that these witches be around for fucking millennia running amok. June, come on, yeah, you gotta sell your booty hole, you gotta sell your soul. Like they don't no Christians can make it in the industry, babe. And if you're really Christian, you don't even want to, and you won't make it past the first meeting because you're gonna be like, something here funky. So it's a whole system around Anna. Anna has like some kind of fertility treatment happen where they like put her to sleep, and they do an ultrasound, and I think they're saying like, oh, she's got twins, but one of the twins like passed. That's the story that they telling her. But the ultrasound stick all bloody, and again they do a ritual on her, or like a spell on her, that knocks her out while they doing it. So clearly like they're stealing shit from her while she's knocked out. And we see that happen multiple times throughout the show, where Anna go to the doctor and she fall asleep. She go to bed, she gets knocked out, and that happens all the time. Yeah, I guess I believe it, babe. Like I believe Zac Efron was selling pussy. Come on now. But this whole throughout the show, Anna is constantly hallucinating. She's constantly tired, going to sleep, waking up at different times, memory loss, not knowing where she's at, running late everywhere. Like she's so discombobulated. And part of that is what I believe is MK Ultra. Now they never talk about MK Ultra on this show. On this season, they don't talk about it. But if you are aware of satanic ritual abuse, if you are aware of MK Ultra, then you can pick up that that's what's really going on. That's what's really going on with Anna. And now they're doing MK Ultra. Some of those spells and rituals that they're doing is to make her question herself and to create different altars in her mind. That's why we see that scene where the mirror, like Shoban and Anna are like singing in the mirror on the way to Anna going to an award show, and the mirror cracks. The mirror cracking is symbolic of MK Ultra. It's symbolic of a fractured mind. That's why sometimes like when you see MK Ultra is a way in which someone strategically abuses somebody else on purpose. They abuse them in a way that splits their mind up into different personalities. Yes, they do it on purpose, because once you do MK Ultra on somebody, you can control them through trigger words. They become a human computer. That's why I was telling you guys with Beyonce. And let's talk about that real quick. In the Beyonce Pepsi commercial, where she's singing the song like I'm a grown woman, and we see her like reference back to like her in the Bootylicious video. And we see her like there's like several different Beyoncés, and like there's mirrors. That is symbolic of MK Ultra. She's in a room full of mirrors looking at different versions of herself. She's looking at different altars. And that's why I say peep how when it's time for Beyonce to do an interview, when it's time for her to really talk to her fans, she really can't talk. But when it's time for her to perform, she performs effortlessly. That's because she's under MK Ultra, where they can say a trigger word before she goes on stage, and she can snap into that personality and sing and dance like nothing is going on. And when she comes back, that she won't really know what's happening. And this is what's also talked about with Dexter's mom. I'm gonna venture to Dexter's mother. Dexter's mother is a MK Ultra victim. They don't talk about that on the show, but you can tell that she is, because she mentions it. Well, she mentions, I think, satanic ritual abuse. She doesn't say MK Ultra, but she tries to confide in Dexter, and she tells him, like, your father did all these things to me, and I didn't have memory of it, and but like over time my memory started coming back. And that's what usually happens to victims of SRA or satanic ritual abuse or MK Ultra. They are not aware of what has happened to them. They're not aware of what they do when they're in these, because that's how multiple personality disorder works. The different personalities don't know about each other. The mind is split up into different people. So yes, Truth Hurts. Thank you for helping me out, Truth Hurts. So, but over time, and this usually happens, like, let's talk about with like Britney, Justin Bieber, Amanda Bynes. A lot of times when a person, yes, that's true. It happens to everyday people, Truth Hurts. When it's done on a child, a lot of times when they hit their Saturn return is like that age between 27 and like 30, when Saturn in your birth chart starts to reposition back to where it was when you were born. Around that Saturn return, that MK Ultra and satanic ritual abuse starts to glitch, and that's when they start having memories that they don't know where they come from. And they're like, when did this happen? And when did this happen? And like, I don't remember this. Where are these memories coming from? And it's because their mind is trying to reform. And so they start to get all this flood of memories that they don't know where that's coming from. And so Dexter's mother has revealed to Dexter that his father is like this monster who has done satanic ritual abuse on her. Something that you guys probably didn't catch is, notice how Adeline, Anna, and Dexter's mother were all blonde. I peeped that because, again, blonde hair is a symbol of MK Ultra programming. That's why that's what started me even looking into the occult, is because I had noticed that when celebrities signed a major deal, like, I have always liked underground music, but I noticed, like, when an artist would sign a record deal, they would dye their hair shortly after. And I started looking into that. And when I looked into it, MK Ultra programming came up. That's why we saw Kanye with blonde hair. That's why we see, again, Beyonce's been blonde her whole career. Mary J. Blige, Lil Kim, Nicki. We see it with, the list goes on and on and on. There are so many artists with blonde hair. We see it with Kim Kardashian, who's gone blonde several times, and like every time she goes blonde, she levels up. Eminem, yes. Eminem, let's talk about Eminem with like Where's the Real Slim Shady. That was a song about cloning and programming. So cloning and shit is real. Now Dexter doesn't believe, but Marilyn Monroe was a victim of satanic ritual abuse, June. Marilyn Monroe that's why everybody dresses up as Marilyn Monroe. People pay homage to her because she's the first major beta sex kit enslaved under the MK Ultra programming, under the satanic ritual abuse. She's a major figure. That's why people worship her. That's why people idolize her. And yes, she did have the perpetual blonde hair because she was under the programming. Stay woke. So Dexter's doesn't, what's up, Josh? Dexter doesn't believe his mom. He kind of like brushes her off, which again is a sign that, you don't believe your own mother. You in on it too. But again, Dexter's mother is again talking about satanic ritual abuse and talking about how again his father did this stuff to us. So this show is trying to talk about Hollywood and what they do to people. Over time, you know, I'm gonna go back real quick to Shoban giving Anna the B12. I was talking about that. When Anna goes to see Shoban one time, she's like, I think not feeling her best. Shoban's like, oh, you look down. You look like you need some energy. Take this B12. It's not B12. It's red. It's like this red liquid. We've never seen B12 look like that. But it's really what I believe to be adrenochrome. Adrenochrome is what they were talking about on American Horror Story Red Tide with the black pill, which when Harry had asked, I forgot that dude's name, he had asked him, like, what's in it? And he, you know, the dude was like, I think his name was Austin. He's like, I can't really tell you. You know, just take it. So we see like another version of, again, what I believe to be adrenochrome. I believe the black pill was adrenochrome. And that is when she takes this B12, and that's when Anna starts having cravings for like blood, and she starts eating, you know what I'm saying, animals and like crazy shit like that. So again, she changes. Mind you, again, the baby that's inside of her, whatever baby is left inside of her, which again, let's talk about that, because now that I'm putting it together, when she, adrenochrome is the blood, okay? MK Ultra is not consensual, June. Like, come on now, do you think it would be? No. And I mean, here's the thing. To some extent, it is for some people. If you signed a major label deal, you knew what you was getting into. But for somebody like Dexter's mom on the show, that shit wasn't consensual. So once you sign a contract, you down for anything. Period. So with this, with the ultrasound appointments and the doctor's appointments, especially the one in which Cara Delevingne is the nurse, what really happened was they took, I think, one of Kim's eggs and put it into Anna, because later on Anna has a baby, but it's Shoban's baby, and Shoban tells her, like, you gave birth to my kid who's like 3/4 or like 2/3 me. Like, the baby is like majority Shoban's DNA. Like, she made like a designer baby, and I guess Shoban is having trouble carrying, so she uses, that's again, she's struggling as well. She's struggling as well with for fertility and conceiving, so she plots on a woman who can do it for her. And she again swaps the eggs and has like this DNA designer baby, designer baby DNA kid, who again is going to carry out a plan that Shoban has for the world. But so we see some reference to, again, they never confirm that it's adrenochrome, but people who know. So that happens in the show. It turns Anna feral. Anna again starts hallucinating and going to like different realms in her hallucinations, and where she's like, seeing different entities, all type of shit. We see that, but Anna is watched the whole time. Again, she's followed the whole time by this brood of witches. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is Talia. It is strategic for Anna to be like, I don't feel safe in this house, the house that her and Dexter were living in. And Talia was like, y'all can come stay with me. Strategic. Because Talia, come to find out, is a billionaire because she sold her like tech startup. And so she's got a lot of money. And she allows Dexter and Anna to come stay with her, where there's more witches. Like, one of the housemaids, or like some it's a trans person, but like some housekeeper is like one of the witches. And she's being watched. There's cameras all over the house. Anna's being watched. And again, Anna doesn't really want to be in Talia's home, but Talia's letting them stay there. It's a nice house. It's in like a secluded area, and so she's living there, where again she continues to go through more again surveillance and just like trauma and drama. But ultimately, and I want to tie this in with Diddy, we see Shoban pooching around with the director of the altar. Come to find out, again, Anna slept with this director, Shoban slept with the director to get Anna the role. And she's like using this man to like manipulate him and like, work behind him in Hollywood. And that's what they were saying the Diddy lawsuit or whatever. Like supposedly they got Kim on tape drugging men and blackmailing them, and that's exactly what she was doing in American Horror Story, like using sex as a weapon, sleeping with this man to manipulate and again get her power in Hollywood. And again, working kind of like behind the scenes. So she's using the doctor who's a male. She's using the director who's a male. And then come to find out, she's also messing with Dexter's father. And I think Dexter is actually Shoban's son. But like something strange like that. But like she's like screwing Dexter's dad. Like just a bunch of men that she's like pulling puppet strings with. And again, haven't we seen Kim Kardashian do that her whole career? Mess with different men and use them to climb the ranks of worldly power and success. So we see her do that on this show as well. Now what was revealed is that Dexter's first wife, Adeline, was born into, she was a twin who was like born into this coven. She was born into a coven. And Cara Delevingne was actually like her mom. So there was like two, because there's another woman too who's like this dark-haired witch with a bob, and like she runs into Anna several times, and again also gives really bad vibes. Like we think that she's cheating with Dexter, but then it comes out that like it's another chick cheating with him. Well, that woman, we could tell, looks just like Adeline. And so it's like, is Adeline still alive? No, Adeline's not alive. She just had a twin sister, and Cara Delevingne was the mother of those twins. And those three, the mom and the twins, are from Eastern Europe. But see what I'm saying? Like, come to find out, again, these are witches who've been around for centuries. And there's like this whole brood of witches. Like there's Talia, there's Adeline, there's Adeline's twin. I think her name is Ava. There's the housemaid. Yes, June. Yes, it's all true. That's why Hillary Clinton deleted them goddamn emails. That's what all that email shit with Hillary Clinton was about. It was about that. Because people found some tea on that. Anywho, it's a brood of witches working together. Kim Kardashian is the head one. But it's a bunch of people who working under her to bring her children. So come to find out, Adeline, Dexter's first wife, did die by fire, but she tried to escape the coven. This is what I'm talking about. She tried to escape the coven. She started a new life, but only to find out that she ends up marrying a man who's like in a coven and like from a coven. And again, he's trying to get a baby out of her too. And she doesn't really want kids because she's aware of what these witches do to children. And she's like, I don't want nothing to do with that. Like, I just want to like cook, and like she owns a restaurant. Doesn't want anything to do with children and like shit like that. But the coven finds her. Her sister, her long lost twin, finds her, and her sister is like, you're born into this. You can't just abandon your family and abandon where you're from. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. That's why I reference Paranormal Activity. When people try to leave these covens, when they try to leave this lifestyle, they can't, because they are already promised over. Like, ain't no leaving. You know what I'm saying? Your life is not your own. And I don't know. Probably so, June, because animals are frequently sacrificed. in rituals. Like goats and cats frequently find themselves hurt by these people. So probably, but so Adeline can't get free, and eventually they like find Adeline, and she finds herself pregnant. She like comes up pregnant, and they find her and they take the fetus out of her and they kill her. They eat the fetus. That they do like a ritual. See what I'm saying? They do like we see them like eating placenta too, because like they eat these organs and like young people. They eat it for beauty, and they eat it for like eternal youth and beauty and shit like that. So and it's a very gruesome scene. Like they cut into her, rip the child out, and like all these witches like eat and like smear the blood on their face as they're going in a circle chanting, Latin and shit, like we saw in Rosemary's Baby, people in circles chanting, like they do like this seance and this ritual, and then they kill her because again the cults and stuff like that are blood in, blood out. You can't leave your cult, you can't leave your gang. People, they kill you. So they kill Adeline. They give her the worst death. They burn her alive. And so it comes to find out that yes, she did die by fire, but not house fire. So that truth comes out. Right. People think it's entertainment, but it's not. So we saw the truth about that happen. But what really got interesting, let's talk about Preach and the giving babies, and then we tie it in with Anna. So Miss Preach, she does have a chance to sit down with Anna, and we get to see what Preach is really about. Come to find out, Preach was like a designer, and she was pregnant back in the day, and people were like stalking her, following her because they wanted the baby, and they like told her, we'll give us your kid and we'll, give you like worldly success. And I think she ended up getting like a deal with like Steve Madden or something. Like she sold like some of her like rights to Steve Madden, or like she did like a deal with Steve Madden that like did give her some money. It didn't like blow her up as much as she wanted to be blown up, because come to find out she didn't give enough. Like, so Talia, the one who ended up being a billionaire, who was like, yeah, I sold my company and I became a billionaire. Well, later on in the season, it was revealed that Talia, she said, I gave up several. She said she gave up several children. And that's what like, see what I'm saying? They're trying to tell y'all, these billionaires don't become billionaires just by accident. Why do you think Elon Musk got all of them kids? Like, part of it is like DNA harvesting, and that's why he names them like after code and shit. It's like deeper shit. But they're trying to tell you again, like, if you want to get to that level, you're gonna have to give up like a lot. Giving up just one baby ain't gonna get you there. And that's why Preach, she didn't want to continue to like sell her soul, give up kids. So she gave up that one kid, and like she got some success, but she never became like a major household name. And they keep, now that she didn't like go all the way, they want to refer to her as like some freak, or like some has-been, or she's crazy, she's washed up. And that's what they always do to people when you don't want to take the oath and play the game. They refer to you as crazy, washed up, bitter, old, has been, like, peep that. So I want to say that about Rihanna too, because how many times people don't pay attention to this? There's been so many times where Rihanna has looked pregnant and then wasn't pregnant. So many times. Like, there's one time she was doing a performance and I was like, she is so pregnant. I just knew she was. And then she wasn't. And it's like, a lot of times they be looking pregnant because they are pregnant. And then when they're not pregnant anymore, something happened. And Rihanna is billionaire status now. Like, allegedly, bro. Right. Or like they go away for a while and then come back. Like, I'm just saying, you know, that so when Talia had revealed that she gave up several children to become a billionaire, I was like, yeah, like I thought of Rihanna immediately because I just know again how many times she's like pregnant and then really wasn't. So that was revealed. Now, the good part is when Kim and or Siobhan and Anna are at the Oscars, because again they've been campaigning this entire time. The entire show they campaigned to try to get Anna an Oscar. That's why Siobhan is pushing her so hard. Like Siobhan is like, no, like stick it through, come on, like we gotta work. But it's Oscar, and Siobhan is, you know, pushing Anna to hustle for this Oscar because Siobhan really wants a baby out of Anna. So she's pushing her for her own, you know what I'm saying, agenda. So they get to the award show. Anna's about to go in labor, and Siobhan tells her, like, thank you, Truth Hurts. Siobhan tells her, like, just stick it through, come on, like, let's just wait till we get to your category. So they get to Anna's category, and Siobhan asks her, you know, how bad do you want this? And Anna is like, I want it bad, you know, I want it really, really bad, everything in me. And Siobhan asks her, do you want as bad as you want a baby? And Anna is like, yes. And Siobhan's like, all right. And then Siobhan kisses Anna on the mouth. And when that happened, I was like, okay, she doing magic on her. And again, like magic happens on Anna all the time. I know somebody, June, you was talking to me. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna revert back to a scene where they was doing magic on Anna. I know you were talking about what happens at the Met Gala, right? So there's like this art event that happens on the show, and where Anna goes to like this art opening, I think for like Dexter, because Dexter's supposed to be like an artist. And it's like all these witches there. Like Tali is there, the one with like the dark, Adeline's twin sister with the dark, Bob is there, and it's a few other witches who were there. And at some point, they all start to close in on Anna, and they start walking in a circle around her. And one of them kisses her. And then Anna, once again, snaps out of it. Like, she, again, clearly hallucinates, goes into a different realm. And then, like, when it's all done, here comes Siobhan. Siobhan pops up, and Siobhan is like, are you okay? Let's get you out of here, you know? Siobhan comes in at the nick of time to save the day. And we see that, again, frequently. That's the manipulation of Siobhan making Anna believe, like, oh, I'm your friend, I'm your savior. There's so many instances on the show where, again, Anna's in trouble or in a bad situation, and at the right time, Siobhan calls her, you know, or Siobhan shows up to save her. And again, that's the manipulation to make it seem like she's Anna's friend, and, you know, again, like the knight in shining armor, and she can be trusted, and she's like, you're my best friend, like just manipulation and lies. So we see a lot of that throughout the show. So these witches all, again, they do a ritual on Anna, and when that was happening, that shit scared me, like no cap. When them girls closed in on Anna in a circle and started like walking around her and like chanting and shit at that art party, I was like, yo, this must be what really be going on at the Met Gala, you know, at like events like that. Yes, I do. I don't know, June. I maybe talking to Truth Hurts, but I was like, that shit scared me, because I was like, yo, like I wouldn't know what to do in that situation, because she couldn't get free. because again, she's surrounded in a circle and she's greatly outnumbered by them crazy bitches. So that was some scary shit. But again, Chauvin shows up. So back to the Oscar night. Chauvin kisses her, which is sealing the deal, doing the magic. Sure enough, Anna wins the Oscar. She goes up on stage. She gives a speech, and then she starts to hallucinate. Once again, we see this happen at multiple award shows of her hallucinating, things happening to her, like her going in and out of realms, and that's because, again, the MK Ultra. So she wakes up in a different realm, but she wakes up like on a hospital bed, and she gives birth. And after, mind you, she just won the Oscar. So she gives birth, and these witches show up immediately after, and they take the kid. And Anna is like, wait, they're like, oh yeah, it's a beautiful baby boy, like blah blah blah. And Anna's like, wait, let me hold him. And they ignore her. And she's like, but wait, please let me see him, let me hold him. And they turn around and they say, you are holding him. And that's because she's got the Oscar, which is to let her know, don't be talking about this baby now, ho. Like, you did all of that for the Oscar. That's what Kim was asking her. How do you want the baby as bad as you want the Oscar? Kim was propositioning her the whole time, like, baby or Oscar, because it's like, you can't have it all. You can't have it everywhere you want it. They let her know, no, you ain't about to hold this damn baby, because it's not yours. You holding what you wanted, the Oscar. And Anna tries to get up and hold the baby, take the baby, and Kim comes from behind her. We don't see Kim's face, but it is Kim. She comes behind Anna and she sticks her yes, you do, Truth Hurts. It's a good ass season. And I don't know if you've seen Double Feature, but you got to see Double Feature too. I think that's season 10 with, again, Red Tide, and then the other half is called Death Valley. That's why I made that video, Mermaids and Aliens, because that ties into American Horror Story season 10 Double Feature. Great season. But this is a good season too. Delicate is good. Kim comes behind her and puts a finger in her spine, and she paralyzes Anna. And Anna wakes up in a wheelchair in like this house with all these witches. Everybody who was surrounding her the whole season, all of the people who were like weird and mysterious, they are dressed in their witch clothes. They have revealed themselves as witches. And again, they recruit Anna into being a witch, because that's part of why, like, Anna gets like this like witch's mole on her face, and like part of some of like the Adrenochrome or the B12 that she takes turns her into a witch, because Chauvin is trying to, again, convert her, recruit her, initiate her into the coven. And clearly a way to get initiated is to give up a child. And you got to take this Adrenochrome, which affects your DNA. That's what's being talked about on American Horror Story Red Tide. When they take the black pill, it changes their DNA, whether for the good or the bad, always for the bad, but like some of them don't become successful. Even though they take it, it doesn't guarantee it. You have to have talent. And if you don't have talent, you become a bald head vampire. And if you do have talent, you become a rich and famous vampire. So pick your poison, right? But it's gonna fuck you up and change your DNA regardless once you take that black pill. So she, again, has been recruiting Anna the whole time to be in her coven. And again, blood in, blood out. Still gotta take blood to get in. Gotta give up blood, gotta take blood. And so she comes to see that all of these, like on Rosemary's Baby, all of them witches, Anna is finally woken up to all of the witches that have been surrounding her the whole time. And and then Anna asked Shoban, like, why did you paralyze me? And Shoban said, because you've reneged on our deal. She's like, you wanted a damn Oscar. Like, and then you talking about, oh, I want my baby too. She's like, you can't have it all. Like, you reneged, so I paralyzed you. So that was crazy. And then eventually they managed to, defeat, as Anna gets visited by the spirit of Adeline. And the spirit like helps her like defeat Shoban with like white magic. But again, Shoban reveals her whole plan for world domination through again having this special DNA baby, and talks about again female empowerment and using her brood of witches to overthrow patriarchy, because patriarchy has like ruined the world and like all of that. And then again, peep how, like I was saying, with Kamala Harris about to be in office, like there's this rise in matriarchy again with people like Diddy, Weinstein, R. Kelly going down. Meanwhile, people like Megan Thee Stallion and all of the women who helped Diddy, okay, because Ghislaine Maxwell, she's not in jail neither. What's his name is dead. Epstein is supposed to be dead, but Ghislaine, from what I'm to understand, is still walking free, eating steak and lobster. Ghislaine, again, I believe she's still free. Carisha, Daphne Joy, Cassie, everybody who was helping Diddy do the bullshit, they're still free. Megan Thee Stallion, whole ass framed Tory Lanez, she's still free and is seen as a victim, because we are in late stage capitalism. But as Pluto moves into Aquarius, again, we are seeing a change in power structure. The men are going down, and the women are rising up. Again, Kamala is symbolic of the decline of the patriarchy over here, the decline of the white man, and the rise of the woman, the rise of the melanated. Okay, so that's what, yes, that is symbolic of. So again, Shoban is running this brood of witches, and they're on for world domination. She's eventually defeated by Anna through white magic, and then they end there. So that was just a recap of the show. But again, we kind of see that in Hollywood with, again, things coming out with Kim Kardashian and Diddy, and people saying that some people say that Kim Kardashian has done like magic on Kanye. Maybe so. I mean, she did try to put him in a conservatorship, so maybe. But y'all, it's insane. It's crazy. I hope you enjoyed this overview of the show. If you have not seen it, please go check it out. I do have a couple videos of episode reviews on my channel if you want to go see those, where I can give you some visuals about the happenings of the show. But please go check it out yourself. Shout out to Ryan Murphy and all the writers. They do an amazing job. I think they kind of rushed towards the end, but it still was a decent season. And yeah, for sure. Like, I am so glad that y'all were looking forward to it. I feel like I took a while to come with this video, because I was like, how many people really care? Because it's a season that is not on right now, but a lot of people are here tonight, and I'm thankful, because again, I love the show, and I'm glad that people are interested in it too and wanted to know what it was about. So yes, like you know what? Let me, before I leave, y'all, I have a Discord, and I've given the link out on my community post several times. If you guys want to talk more often, more intimate, if you want to know more about the occult, if you want to talk more about Hollywood, please join my Discord. Like, go to my community post, scroll down a little bit, and click the link to join my Discord. That way we can have uncensored, real, intimate conversation. We can talk throughout the day. If you guys notice something, you can put the tips in there. I can put stuff in there, and we can just build that community yes, like please join the Discord. I'm gonna post it one more time, so that way it's at the top of my community post. But you guys, I have a Discord because again, I cannot post everything on my channel. I cannot post everything on my TikTok. So I made the Discord so that me and you guys can have more real conversation off of social media platforms for those again who like people like June, people like Truth Hurts, who want to know more. So yeah, you guys, go watch some of those old videos if you would like. Go check out the season if you would like. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for all your commentary, and I will catch y'all in the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and post the link for the replay. Y'all have a good night. Bye.